Let's start the podcast.
I could put you in the brig for what you've done, but I won't do it.
This is me trying to look awake.
Oh, yeah.
I'm still on Hawaiian time a little bit, so
Hawaiian time. You're Don Ho. Is Don Ho alive? Do we
I
know?
don't think so.
Yeah.
Do you remember the line people used to say, comedians would say, someone wearing some sort of like flowered shirt?
You blew
Hawaiian.
Don Ho?
What did you do?
Or-
Blow Don Ho for that shirt?
What does that even mean?
Hey, you
don't know
blow
what that
me.
really-
I'll give you this shirt if you blow me.
What? But Don Ho? He wore colorful.
Wasn't
weird
Don
shirts?
Ho like already a done deal by the time we were young adults?
I
Wasn't
know
that
so little about Don Ho. I just remember as a kid hearing that, like he was the star of Hawaii.
He was the godfather of Hawaii.
He was like Frank Sinatra, but only in Hawaii.
right.
He never came to the mainland, or if he did, no one gave a shit. And he had tiny bubbles.
He was the Dane Cook of Hawaii.
I guess. Yeah, I guess so. Tiny Bubbles was his song. I never heard it. I don't know what it is, but I just remember that too. He had a big hit with Tiny
I think it was a
Bubbles.
top 40 hit or top 10 maybe.
I don't never heard it. I don't think I've heard it. And
Because he sang
Anyway.
all he was a crooner. He was a crooner.
I know so little about Mr. Ho, Don to his friends, but Mr. I should ask Paul because I work with Paul Ogata.
Well, there was
every
his
other week.
son. There was
And
his
he
son.
knows. Yeah, I'm sure he has Hawaiian history, comedy, and music. I'll ask him next
Isn't
time.
Paul like Hawaiian? Isn't he like Samoan? His family?
I don't know. Well, he was born in Hawaii. That's all I know. And I was talking to him. He said there's no real comedy scene in Hawaii. There's no clubs. The young comedians, they do bar gigs, that kind of thing. But there's no like Funny Bone of Honolulu or, Helium or whatever.
Yeah, there's like satellite rooms that come and go.
Yeah. Because you're there in Hawaii to, be in Hawaii. I guess people aren't thinking, let's go see comedy at night. But I'm surprised. I mean, it's not that far away from California. You think there'd be a chain there, maybe a Funny Bone. Why not?
Took me 5 hours and 20 minutes to get to LAX.
Oh, that's gross.
And that was with the wind. With the wind.
With the wind.
Yeah, I just flew in 2 days ago.
Oh, I was just thinking.
It's 3 hour difference.
Yeah.
I adjusted too.
I was just thinking of that Norm joke when you get old, his mom's arm would be all bruised, and he goes, "What happened?" And she's like, "The wind." you get soft when you're old. The wind.
I don't recall that.
Well, it's a joke. Anyway.
Yes, sir.
This is 2 hours, one pod, by the way. Let's hear your trip. You've had quite a trip. We're home. We both had interesting weeks. Let's
I'm
give us
home. You're a homo.
give us a little recap. Not breaking news.
Mine's lackluster. You're the one that survived the hurricane.
Yeah, but you were in Vancouver. You did 5 sea days or so. Bad weather. Give me a little of that.
Okay. Now, in recent memory, Helene was your first hurricane back east and followed up by Milton. During Helene, I was up in the Northwest. I took a cruise out of Seattle on my way to Alaska. It was an Alaskan cruise. And there was
Is that the last one of the season? If I could pop in for a sec.
I
that
believe
the last one.
I think it was the very last one, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. And so there was a huge storm. And what do they call it? A typhoon on that side? Or is it still a hurricane? How does it work?
Let's go typhoon. Let's make it interesting. Call it a typhoon.
Typhoon sounds more fierce and
it does.
destructive.
Sounds scary. Milton
typhoon.
Sounds nothing but typhoon.
Milton, Helene, Milton.
Milton. You know what it is? You don't lose your house to Hurricane Milton. You lose your house to Milton, the guy at the bank he calls and goes, "Hey, you're 4 months late," and then you lose your house. That's Milton. Milton's not a fucking hurricane. Continue, please.
Okay. Did that just pop into your head, or was that like I know you have notes.
I might have been working on that last week on stage.
It's like it's a little polished, kind of. It's like he's trying it out.
No, I wasn't trying it out. I had it.
All right. Anywho, so we were supposed to go to 4 Alaskan ports, and we went to 1, and all the rest were canceled due to bad weather. We couldn't get in. Ship could not get in.
So you just extra sea days?
Extra sea days. The captain turned the ship around and was heading south back to
I'll turn the ship around.
Or Vancouver, actually, which is just across the way, because we were running away from this typhoon.
Did you get a letter in your rooms or an email or a call saying, "Hey, we'd like you to"? How about an extra show there, Alfred? How about participating in Liars Club or something? Did you have to do any extra?
I was anticipating that this particular. No, because I had already done the 3 shows and 2 different performances.
Oh,
so
3 shows.
Yeah, 2 welcome aboard, same material.
Oh, gotcha.
Like 35 minutes, which is too long.
Yeah.
And then
way too long.
And then I did a late night, same thing, 35. So I did an hour and 10 minutes. Your shit murdered.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that fucking Milton Bank, not a hurricane, fucking destroyed.
It's pretty good. I'm glad you got some use out. It's gone. It's one of it can never to be done again. Well,
no, you got to wait for a hurricane season again.
Yeah, but then it's not going to be named Milton, and it's all shit, you know. Yeah.
Yeah. So then we ended up doing all these extra sea days. But we actually did overnight in Victoria, Canada, which is I was in Victoria. And we overnighted there, which is one of my favorite ports, actually. It's on the Vancouver Island, just across the way.
Beautiful.
From Vancouver City. It's all part of British Columbia, which is a pretty fabulous
Did you say you're going to move there? Everyone goes to Victoria or British Columbia. Goes, I got to move here.
Yeah,
I got to move here.
Me and Cher. I'm going to move next to Cher.
Got to move there. If Trump wins, I'm moving. I'm
going. Well, first of all, you can't afford British Columbia.
How dare you? You have no idea my financial.
You got to go to Calgary. You got to go to Calgary.
Fuck! I don't want to go to Calgary.
No shit. Yeah, so then after we dumped the passengers off in Vancouver, we grabbed 4,000 more, and then we did 5 sea days to Hawaii, Honolulu.
How many days total is this?
10 days at sea for Ducharme. How many days at sea did you have during your Navy stint?
57.
Was the longest stretch?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, 57, which... even on I don't care if it's a luxury cruise line or a naval
57
vessel.
It's
a lot.
That's why you're fucked up.
Well, it's one of the reasons. It didn't help. Let's be honest.
We're gonna make you men real men.
Oh, yeah. 12 on, 12 off, buddy. 7 days.
That's a lot of guys.
That is a lot of men.
That's about the extra money was nice. Side hustle.
Hey now. And what was I going to say about that whole thing? Anyway, so who are you with? Oh, we were going to do a pod.
Mm-hmm.
You had another entertainer. We were going to do a guest to guest, but Hurricane Milty, Uncle Milty, was blowing into town, and my phone was blowing up.
Yeah, because
I wasn't here to help.
You had boots on the ground there with your gal Kelly and your dog Teddy and friends.
Yeah,
and there was a lot of concern because it was a Cat 5 at one point.
Yeah,
and then and you don't like cats, so
I don't like
one
cats.
dog is fine with you, but you don't want any cats, and that was a Cat 5.
Yeah, I just I never one time I've evacuated in over 20 years, and we were talking that day. I think you and I were talking a day before, and I was trying to say, because Kelly was kind of like, I might stay, and that was like one of the first times I was like, you should go, you got to go. I felt like if you look at that map, and listen to these quote unquote experts. This thing's coming in, and it's going to take. We're in a second floor condo. You could be, you could be on the first floor within seconds. So she did. She went over to her cousins and Doug and Becky. Thank you, they were great, and
they took in Teddy.
Took in Teddy boy, and they got through it, and we were lucky, very very lucky. Becky and Doug, our condo, because not far from here, complete
disaster,
complete. Yeah, I mean, just rebuild, start over.
Yeah. Wow.
We're going to go check out the beach area later today because it's opened.
That's on the other side of the bridge. Now, those of you that don't know, Al lives in Clearwater, Florida.
Hey, don't let them. Everyone doesn't have to know where I live. God damn it. I'm kidding.
His address is 147 Shit Lane.
That's pretty close, actually.
What I'm saying is, the beach, you have to go over a bridge where you crashed your electric bike into a pole. Is that the place? On the other side of the bridge?
No, I crashed my bike into a pole on our side of the bridge.
Oh, you didn't even make it across?
I didn't make it across, no.
Wow.
But
I heard your testicle did, but not you.
It might be bouncing around somewhere down there.
Those of you that don't know, Romas had an electric bike and he had it on full throttle. So he was going like 4 miles an hour and he hit a metal pole and I guess the handlebar or something went around and crushed his nuts.
Well, the handlebar went into my thigh and I hit the deck and my ball somehow got crushed. But yeah, it was, I feel very, I mean, I should have lost one at least. That was a real accident where people lose shit. And I got lucky again.
Your voice was a little higher there for a couple of months. I remember
that. But that's, I'll take that over losing a nut.
Sure.
I'll lose a nut.
And here's some pictures.
Right here. Patreon. That's why you join the Patreon, folks.
To see the pictures of his crushed nuts.
Goddamn right. And I had to drive home yesterday. I was supposed to go to New Jersey. I was supposed to be in New Jersey right now, going to a Giants game tonight.
But, I forgot all about that. John Shipman is going solo.
Yeah. So it's one of those things, you've been married a long time and
too long. I'm ready. I'm out of here.
I don't blame you.
I got to get out of this.
I don't blame you. It's
holy shit.
Really, it's enough. But when you go, because she went through the hurricane and it was, who knows what the condo was going to look like at that time. We didn't know. And then I said I should come home. And she's like, well, if you want, you can go, why don't you just go if you want? But I just was like, you know what? I don't believe you. I don't think that's the move. Doesn't look good. I should come home.
Yeah, because that can come back to. I know women well, and that will come back to haunt you in 2 years from now.
Well, you went through a hurricane, and I'm
in a hurricane. It was like it was after the hurricane.
I'm going to be in New Jersey drinking old fashions and eating steak, and
who wants to do that?
So I came home like a good man, and really no damage at all, which we got super lucky.
How long did you lose power for?
I mean, I think I wasn't here. It was already on when I got home. I think she lost it for about 12 hours.
Okay.
Not bad. They were saying 7 days and, so it was looking dire that way, but all worked out. And then I got a rental yesterday. What do you got there? Oh, is that your charger?
One of my many. This is a 3-panel solar 10,000 amp or hour, whatever it's called.
Is this an infomercial? What are we doing?
No, I'm saying is I had this on hand because we lost our power for 9 hours last month. And this would charge up your phone for at least 2 full days. And then if there's sun, you can recharge it by just leaving it outside for 5-6 hours.
I put that in my cart. You sent it to me. It's in my Amazon cart.
Oh, you did?
I did. Goddamn right I did. And I rented.
That's the advanced one because that has a hand crank on it, and it has the cords built in, so you're not looking for a cord. It's all in one.
Mm-hmm. I'll crank it. I don't mind. I rented a car yesterday, so I'm driving the car home, thinking, how am I going? What are you doing now?
It's got a built-in flashlight.
All right. My stories are being interrupted by Al Ducharme holding up a charger for no real. Now he's showing us a light. See that, everyone? Al has a light.
Well, when the power goes out, you need light, and you need to be able to charge your phone.
Goddamn right. Anyway, I was driving home, and I'm thinking, well, wait a second. I got to return this car with a full tank of gas.
Ooh,
there's no gas station.
No gas. You got to pay $4 a gallon.
So I sent a tweet, a message on Twitter, or X as they call it, to Budget, who are always really quick with that return, and they didn't write back. And then I got to the airport. I dropped the car and I went inside. I said, "Hey, there's nothing open." And they said, "Well, we know we're a thing." So I had used almost 3/4 of a tank, and they had some calculation. They charged me $23.
That's not
which
bad.
It's cheaper, less than it would have been.
Cheap, I was nice.
Driving an SUV, and I don't know. I don't like that. I'm in Miami. They upgrade me because I rent all the time. But now I'm in an SUV. It's like I want to tell them, no, I like the little Corolla that gets
everybody does
40 miles.
And that's why they gave you they call it a free upgrade. It's not. That car, that SUV would probably be sitting there, not rented. So it's bullshit. It's a marketing fucking
assholes. God damn it.
Bernie and I went to a restaurant. We went to a restaurant last night. One of our favorites.
Yeah.
And they said
Golden Corral.
Yeah, Golden Corral.
Nice.
No, Wovo, right here at Sportsman's Lodge in Sherman Oaks. It's a pasta place, and we do the tasting menu. They give you 4 different pastas. You have wine, and then you have a tiramisu at the end. Delicious. So it's packed. They say, "What would you?"
What does that go for?
We dropped $1.50.
For the tasting and the
4 wines
and a tiramisu.
We actually had 6 wines, but that's because we were waiting. We had one while we were waiting.
That's how they get you. The waiting is the hardest part. Tom Petty. Yeah.
So 6 wines, 6 pastas, and tiramisu for
Jesus
dessert.
Christ! Who are you, Ralphie May? Who's
well, no, they're small. They're small.
Pasta?
It's a tasting menu. You're getting like a couple of ounces of pasta.
All right.
And you get a fish crudo for appetizer. So it's a nice, beautiful. We love it.
You like it? You like the fish?
Love it.
All right.
Fine. Now there's 3 tasting menus. We always go for the particular. It's called cheese and truffle tasting menu. And there's 3 white sauces, 2 white sauces, 1 red sauce.
All right. I like a red.
Yeah.
Not a white sauce fan.
Well, you don't like cacio e pepe, the Roman dish?
Not really, no.
One of my favorites.
All right.
And the first one's truffle, and that's one of our favorites too.
You like the truffle? Huh?
I like a good meatball spaghetti is one of my favorites. Just love it. A good
meatball,
one.
a good spaghetti meatball.
It's hard to find a good meatball,
Yeah, and I went to Cheesecake Factory yesterday, and I got the smaller version of the spaghetti meatballs because I like their meatballs. Look at that.
Wow! See how it all comes around?
Boom!
Wow.
But I got it with a red sauce. I did not get a white sauce.
Right. No, that's what I would normally go for with my red wine. Right. I had a Super Tuscan, by the way. Nice. But anyways, the point being,
go ahead.
She said it's going to be an hour to 90 minutes. Do you want first available?
Yeah.
So it never takes that long.
No.
They just say that so that if it does take a little longer, everybody goes, "Oh, wow, they sat us early. We didn't have to wait 90 minutes."
That girl was good. She really hooked us up.
Yeah, give her something.
Yeah, she was good.
Yeah, it's all bullshit. So she says, first available. Now we like to sit against the bar, and it's not a real bar. It's like an eating table. So it's a little lower than a bar, and it's got like a 4-inch wood top.
I know that seat.
And we love it because they make the pasta right in front of you in this big...
Don't you feel like a child though when everyone's at the bar?
No, we love it.
And you're down in little.
No, they don't even have a bar there.
They don't. Because I've seen that one where it's connected to the bar.
No,
and you're sitting low. It's so horrible.
No, everybody's at the same level, and there's no bar in the place. And then there's tables all around you behind.
All right.
We like the bar because they put the pasta right in that big wheel.
I feel like
of
I've been, to
Parmesan.
interrupt. Sorry. I feel like I've been there. Is it new or has it been there forever?
Uh, there's two locations, one in Beverly Hills, one in Sherman Oaks,
Because I went to
and this
Sportsman's
one in Sherman
Lodge.
Oaks is about 2 years old.
Oh, okay. Because I went to Sportsman's Lodge and I had Italian. I remember eating Italian food one night. But yeah, different place.
Different place. Yeah, because
Okay.
you wouldn't recognize Sportsman's Lodge. They completely dismantled it and rebuilt the whole place.
Okay.
It was a 2-year project. So anyway, she says first available. We say, yeah, sure. We have a glass of wine while we're waiting. And she goes, hey, you guys are lucky. A table opened up. And we're like, okay, we want to sit now. We're starving. So we took it. And we see other people coming in right after us taking the bar table.
The Ducharme seats.
I was not happy.
No. Which one were you?
Which one was it?
The midget in the car. He goes for a ride and tells the driver, I'm not happy. And the driver said, which one are you?
Sneezy? Sneezy, you want some tissues?
Yeah.
Anyways.
So did you say anything? Did you go, hey, that's where we sit. That's our favorite spot.
No, because it was kind of like she thought she was doing us. My question was she really thinking that we wanted a table? Is that most desirable?
Mm-hmm.
We like the bar. Anyways, after jump in with another infomercial because of the hurricanes and all that. This is right here. See this?
Al cannot stay on topic. It's impossible.
I'm coming back.
ADD, Al Ducharme disease.
We were talking about hurricanes and whatnot.
Yeah. What is it? What do we have now? What is
That's
this?
an AM/FM weather band shortwave radio with a built-in flashlight again.
Oh. Are you ready? You're ready for the end of the world.
And a telescopic antenna. And I'm ready. I'm a prepper.
Nice. You're going to talk to John
I'm a preparation
Connor.
nature.
You're going to, when the machines start coming in and taking over, you and John Connor can talk on that thing. And
here's the thing. This stuff is not new to me. I've always had this stuff since I was a kid. I had a shortwave radio when I was 12 years old.
Nerd alert.
And then I discovered porn. Then I discovered porn. And then my shortwave radio collected dust.
Yeah.
What I'm saying was that popped in my head because I saw a lot of people online with these radios, old telescopic antennas. And I'm like, wow, because of the hurricanes knocked out cell service. So people were getting their information, like in Asheville, North Carolina, they were getting their information from these old AM, FM, and shortwave radios. Anyways.
Yeah.
Jumping back.
On the cruise. So you left yesterday from Hawaii?
2 days ago.
2 days. Oh, we were talking about the guest. You had the juggler, Randy.
Randy Cabral, a fellow Rhode Islander.
I never knew that.
Yes. New England boy. He lives in Orlando. So his wife had to go through the whole thing. The Helene and also Milton. But by the time Milton got to her, Cat 1 to,
Yeah, not bad.
Just kind of like a normal bad weather.
Tropical, just
tropical depression.
I was depressed. What was I gonna say? I can't keep a fucking thought today.
It's gonna come back to you.
All right, we'll let it do that. I had a week last week. It was, it's one of those things you don't know why, but like we've been on and off Icon since January, and last week the crowds were great, like beyond great.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like one of those weeks, like you go on a ship, you just go, "What the fuck? We're killing
every show, boom, boom, boom,
every
boom.
show," and then you can get the next time. You go, they're okay. Like
they're all right. You get spoiled. You get spoiled.
Amazing. I don't know what it was, and then even the hotel director, he was hanging out in the green room, and he was saying, "These were great crowds this week, aren't they? They're just You could really notice it. And then we did our show in the theater on the last night, pretty full, just great again. So that was awesome because I got a week.
Why does that? It's the same itinerary, right?
Yeah. This was Eastern, so St. Kitts and St. Thomas. And then we skipped Coco Cay. We had the weather.
That's the reason why everybody was happy.
We had to skip it. Perfect day. But we did Liars Club in the theater. And I had told Al, anyone listening here, I told Al about I was doing Liars Club, and he wrote me 4 jokes for it, so I didn't have to do shit. And I used
How many went in the toilet?
One.
Only one, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
The 2 did well. And my word was blenophobia, and I changed that a little bit and made my own thing, and then 1 bombed. So, more than 50%. So,
well, I sent you the gist. You're supposed to, you weren't supposed to do them verbatim. You're supposed.
I did them verbatim. I didn't want to put a fucking effort into this horse shit. I'm not doing it.
And I was doing it like a synopsis. What do you call it when it just from memory?
I think so. What
was it?
I don't know.
It wasn't
synopsis
verbatim.
is good. Verbatim.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's funny. It's just an example. It's just for the cruise director to shine. He had 1 million jokes. He had jokes from 1980.
He had the best of comedians' jokes, is what he
had. Right. So he just does 1 million jokes, and they go in, and you know what the crowd's thinking. He's the funniest guy up there, and you go, okay.
Yeah, and sometimes the captain will do it, and he's got the funniest jokes. I have been on those a few times where both the cruise director and the captain did my joke from the previous season because it murdered.
Right.
And then they had me back on, and they made sure that I didn't go before them. And they had already done my material that I had all prepared.
Wow.
But I did learn from the past, whereas I have a plan B.
Oh,
so I have a backup, but it's a weaker one.
I didn't have a plan B, and then I think someone had the same kind of joke.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit. And then I was going to be next, but then I told Simeon, he was next to me. I said, hey, that was the same fucking joke I have. So then he looked over to the assistant cruise director and pointed at himself, giving me a little time.
Oh.
And then
Simeon's smart.
I wrote something quick, and that one went in the toilet. So yeah.
But at least the panic part.
Yeah, but you're sitting there going, oh, what do you, because it's like when you watch a roast, a lot of guys are sitting there scribbling and writing because their jokes are being done by the guy in front of them, and this was the same. But I was amazed how many people showed up. It's like 2:30 on a sea day at the end of the cruise. You want to go to the theater and watch Liars Club? And there was 500-600 people there, so it was all right for what it was. Not bad.
Good for you.
Yeah, man.
So that's right. Full fart was not one of the words.
No.
Full fart.
No.
Have you seen that word? How did tit up do? It
did all right. It did. That one did pretty good because I said anyone serve, and I made
that's
what
I'm saying. Yeah,
I made it about myself.
In the Navy, when a female
officer
walks into a crew mess, someone gets up and yells, "Tit up!"
Yep. And there were some people who believed it.
No. I can't tell you how many times.
So it's not real, guys.
That one I got to pull. How many people think Al's telling the truth? And they're like, "Yay!"
Yeah.
And they're like, "No."
No. Hey, I was going to I wanted to go to a movie this week. I haven't been to a movie in forever. And I was thinking of Joker. Have you seen the reviews of Joker 2?
No.
It's unbelievable. The reviews are the worst. These are the worst reviews I've ever seen for a film. I think
it's the anticipation of the follow-up.
Well, no, they made it a musical, and it's 90 minutes of him and Gaga dancing.
Oh, I didn't realize that. It's a full-on musical.
Almost, it seems like. And then one critic said it's almost like an FU to the fans of the first one.
Wow.
They're like, this guy's envisioned, this reviewer goes, I just envision the director and the writer, same guy, I forget his name, saying, I don't want to make a sequel. Studio said you have to. And he said, okay, F you, here we go. I'm going to make the worst fucking thing you ever saw. and Joker's singing and dancing throughout
Who's
the
the
movie.
director? Mendez? Who?
No, I can't. The guy who did Hangover. What the fuck's his name?
Right.
He did all the Hangover movies, and then
Yeah.
he wrote this Joker. He's the one. He's in Old School. Remember Old School?
Mm-hmm.
He showed in the beginning. He knocks on the door and he goes, "I'm here for the gangbang." Do you remember that? Because
No.
yeah, it's hard to explain.
It's a
But,
cameo.
it's a cameo, but the guy I can't think of Luke Wilson. His wife is having orgies while he's on the road, so he comes home and finds her. She's about to have sex with strangers, and then she's like, "No, it's not what you think." And then he knocks on the door and goes, "Hey, I'm here." He's like in a robe, and he's like, "I'm here for the gangbang." Anyway, that's the guy who wrote and directed Joker.
Huh, and he directed the first one?
Yeah, wrote and direct. So they gave him. So that was the other thing I was reading. They go, the studio couldn't. He had final cut. He had everything. He had everything because it made $20 billion the first one, and then they gave. So no one saw this. No one gave notes. No one said anything. They just let him do this. But look at Rotten Tomatoes.
You think he intentionally drove it into the ground? I don't think.
I don't know.
I think he thought he was making a masterpiece.
It could be. One critic thought that, though. But the Rotten Tomatoes, it's like under 20%.
I spoke to Rondell Sheridan. You know Rondell, right?
Yes.
He had seen it. I said, "So what's the scoop?" He said, "It's all right." Like that. And I'm like, he didn't like it.
No, that's
he wanted me to go waste $15. That's what he said.
Yeah. No, I wanted to see it. I was really, kind of looking forward to it. But
what's your alternative?
Nothing. Not going to the moves,
I bet if you look and you just pick one randomly, you'll enjoy it.
What's there? There's nothing out for
I don't know. I'm not up on this shit.
Of my age. I mean, I don't want to see Marvel or DC comic movies.
Done with that shit.
I don't give a fuck.
It's like a sickness. Everything's green screen.
Yeah. I'm not interested. And, so I don't know. I don't think I haven't looked. I just thought I wanted to see Joker. And now I do not want to see Joker. So we'll see. We'll see. But I'll be in tonight watching the game. Giants Bengals tonight, 8:30.
Well, West Coast, the first game just started.
Oh yeah, we got
it's 10:06 a.m.
slate. We're early today, folks. We did a 1 o'clock and 12:30, 10:30, or 9:30. What time is it there? 9:30.
It's 10:06 a.m. now. We've been on for 35 minutes.
Oh, I see. Okay. That's the one thing I like
whipping
about
whipping by.
That's not what the listeners say. That's the one thing I like about California, though. It is nice to wake up, little breakfast, football.
Can you imagine Hawaii? 7 a.m. 7 a.m.
That's not fun.
No,
it's not fun.
No, 10 a.m. is perfect. I remember when I used to work Vegas.
Oh, it was the best.
I could watch 2 games before my first show.
I was there for Super Bowl a few times, and it's great. The show starts, the game's already over.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So the Super Bowl, bet on it, whatever you want, and then do a show. But yeah, I love the breakfast and
breakfast and fucking football.
Little cocktail,
at
a
some bar,
kind of a cocktail.
Maybe a Bloody Mary or something like that.
Maybe. Oh, that was kind of fun during Liars Club. One of the words was lobcock, and it's 2:30, and you get to say the word cock in a theater full of 600 people. So it was Paul's answer, lobcock. So I just kept picking up my microphone every pause and just go lobcock, and it became very funny. And then Mike,
genius,
Mike, the cruise director, at one because I had done it.
He said. He
gave me the look of like,
no more lobcock.
We're good with that. And then I got that look, and I looked at him, and I just, like a bad kid, I just picked up the mic going, lobcock. So yesterday I'm leaving, and this was the best kind of.
Nah, you got heckled lobcock.
No, it was great. This guy, instead of like, hey, great show or whatever, and the bullshit, he was just pushing his bag on wheels past me. Saw me, goes, lobcock, and just kept going. So,
What
yeah,
was
it
your definition? Because I sent you a def. I sent you.
lobcock? Whatever
I
you
said
sent me.
over 50. I said if you're over 50.
That was it. Yeah, second round or
How did it
another
do?
round. That one did pretty good. Yeah,
Oh,
that was
pretty
good.
good. Okay,
Come on,
give me some
I did.
credit.
I wrote to you. I said you got. It was like you batted like
75%. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
750.
What else do you want? God damn.
I want to hear it. I want the people to hear it. You're sending me private messages. No one knows. I want some public recognition.
Yes,
here. Holy shit.
Al came through, and I didn't ask him to. He just sent me a bunch of definitions and worked out well because I those kind of games.
Well,
dumb.
I had done a bunch of those, especially on Celebrity. That was their kind of their normal thing.
Ugh.
And I actually look forward to it if I was on it for a week and I only had a couple of shows. Most performers don't want to do it. They don't answer the cabin phone. Da 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 da. So, but when the cruise director would see me, he goes, "Hey, are you available?" I'm like, "Yeah," because I liked doing it. I liked writing it. I like the challenge of a cruise director doing my joke from 2 years ago, and I have to write a new one and a little bit of pressure. I kind of makes me in the moment. But it is funny how they had me on a lot, and I was crushing every time, and then the same captain, the same cruise director didn't have me on.
Well,
they stopped having me on. They stopped having me on, and then I go back and I'm watching them do my jokes on the next cruise. I'm like, motherfuckers.
Yeah, if people don't know, I mean, it's the Wild West out there. Someone hears something they like, and they're going to keep it. If they wanted
the captain to shine in this particular one. The captain was very funny and he had good timing.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember being backstage, and he went, "You're very funny, very, very funny." And then the cruise director said, "Yeah, the captain said he thinks you're hysterical." And then all of a sudden, the next time I work with them, I'm not on it, and they're doing my jokes.
Well, it's like a comedian when they give you a compliment on a bit. You're like, oh fuck,
it's 50-50.
This guy's stealing it. He's running with it.
Yeah.
I've had that many.
I love that bit. You do. I have something similar, but yours is funnier. And then all of a sudden I hear they're doing my joke verbatim.
I was with Mitchell Walters, and I forget who the other guy was. And I was new. I was brand new in Atlantic City. And I did some bit. I don't remember it. And I came off stage, and then Mitchell goes, "I really like that. I really like that."
Ooh.
And I go, "Oh, thanks." I'm like, so dumb. I'm like, "Yay, thank you." Yeah. And the other comic, seasoned veteran, goes, "Ooh, that's not good." I go, "What? What do you mean? He liked it?" He goes, "Yeah, he liked it. He's going to be doing it." I go, "What? No." Meanwhile, then I get to know Mitchell, and I'm like, I never saw him do it, but it would make sense. The late great, Mitchell Walters.
Yeah, he was a sponge, and he would pick up things. And hold on, we have incoming.
Can I
breaking news
for the podcast?
A new name for the podcast.
Yes. Bitch session.
Bitch session.
Yeah,
okay.
Bitch session.
Thank you.
Bitch session.
All right.
Very, very helpful in the branding
of
our podcast. I think we just got another 1,000 people on Patreon. What do you have? An ice pack on your back?
Was it? I thought she was in Guatemala.
Get ready for round 2. She's got an ice pack.
Oh, that's hot.
She goes, I pulled something. So,
hey now. Yeah.
That's hot. It's cold.
Yeah. I just saw she was in Guatemala. How'd she get home already? Was she there? I thought it was on Instagram this morning. I saw her in Guatemala.
She went through. Oh, yes. Instagram this morning, you posted you were in Guatemala.
Yeah, yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah.
Oh, that was yesterday?
Yeah, I had to pick her up at the airport. Yeah. Not in Guatemala, but L.A.
I need a haircut. Holy shit. Look at this thing.
I just got a hairdo, and it's pretty.
They have a barber shop in the airport in Tampa.
Have you gone to it?
No. You want your hair being cut by somebody who knows you're leaving town immediately?
Right. What about the guys on the ship? Have you had your haircut on the ship? Well, you did because you were on the ship for 5 months, right?
Yeah, but I didn't have the Filipinos in the hallway.
You didn't have the $12 Filipino guy?
I didn't do the jail haircut.
Well, we talked about that. Yeah.
I went to the spa.
And dropped $50?
I think it was pretty cheap. Remember the COVID stuff? I think it was, I got the discount or whatever. But I got to get my lettuce trimmed up a little bit. I'm
What-
going to Maryland this week,
Maryland.
so I gotta look presentable. You know
Now,
what I'm saying?
where are you going to be staying?
I'm going to be staying in a hotel.
Mhm.
I have
You're visiting your
Hil-
niece,
my
correct?
Hilton points. Yeah, they've offered, but I have a hotel points, and what the fuck?
Yeah,
Like a little privacy every now and then.
sure. Walk
But
around in
yeah,
underwear, fart. Yeah, full fart.
whatever. I don't know. We'll see. But I get in Friday and come on Monday, so it's quick weekend. But yeah, that'll be good.
And is this a drive or a fly?
Well, this is a fly, just me.
Oh, you're solo. Okay.
Yeah, Kelly. Her company was hacked a couple months ago, and they're still catching up, and she's working on Saturdays and putting in extra overtime. So I'm going to go up. But if the power had stayed out at the condo this week, then I thought, well, fuck it, let's just throw Teddy in the car and
go.
let's go. Let's just go up there. So I was kind of looking forward to a little road trip, but this is, end up being better anyway. So I'll fly up Friday, fly back Monday. Hold on.
Oh, good.
You home this week?
No,
What's
we
your
leave in
sketch?
the morning. We're going to Vegas. Bernie's at Brad Garrett's comedy club, and I have a one nighter that I'll be doing.
Pahrump. Al's in Pahrump, everyone. His wife's on the
I was supposed to do
script,
2
Al's in
gigs,
Pahrump.
and the other one fell through.
Oh.
So, but I'll be I'll have a few days of socializing. I'm going to visit some friends there, and we'll be doing all that. And,
post a couple of pics of
Brad Garrett
of Trop. What used
to be? They just imploded it last week.
I saw the asbestos fly.
It was great recreating the 9/11 of New York City in Vegas under controlled circumstances.
Oh, do you go there? You little conspiracy?
Well, they said Tower 1 is collapsing and Tower 2 is collapsing. It was kind of weird to hear those words.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. Well, I'm there. I'm into it.
I was in New York at 9/11 many years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Do you believe government or Gov had any?
No.
Nothing. Zero.
Well, I mean, how do you do that? Is there a possibility where I 10 years from now they go, well, we link somebody, I'm like, I don't know. It's so things that have been so far fetched. I'm like, no, it's conspiracy theory. I always believe the basic, and then if new evidence comes out that supports it, then I'll be like, okay, anything's possible. But
yeah. I don't want to live in a world where the government is killing us. So my brain's like, I don't want to think that. I don't want to think that the Bush administration,
JFK assassination was.
That's one guy, but I'm saying I don't want to believe our elected officials decided, well, let's kill 2,000 Americans, then we can go get oil.
Well, then there's the in between conspiracy theorists. The American government knew that they were planning this, and they let it happen because they wanted an excuse. To go in, and the Patriot Act, they wanted, so then you go, well, maybe there is something to this. It gives them more power over their own people.
Yeah.
To say, hey, we did this temporary thing called the Patriot Act so that we can listen to your phone calls. I don't have anything to hide, but I don't like the idea of anybody being able to listen.
Right. No, I don't know. I think there might have been some intel, and they may have
turned a blind eye and
a little bit, and sloppiness of just not doing their job well. So between those two,
and saying the CIA and the FBI don't communicate with one another,
right?
And they should.
There's a lot.
But you don't want them in cahoots. The whole purpose of that is to keep one agency looking at the other in check.
Right.
Absolutely.
And the Saudis, they're involved, and they put them on planes early 9/11.
Yes, they put their children that were at universities in the United States when there was no flying on the planet. Nobody on the planet could fly except for military and the Prince of Saudi Arabia and his sister and the American kids were coming back. There was all the rich offspring were flying,
right,
being protected by the military.
It ain't me.
It ain't me, baby.
It ain't. I ain't no fortunate son. So yeah, there's a lot there, and in 100 years, maybe they'll find out. But we haven't heard about Kennedy yet assassination. So
I did.
Who knows? You heard?
Yeah, I heard. I can't say anything because I'll get knocked off.
Was it the driver? Did the driver turn around
Yeah,
and
he
put
was
one in JFK's head?
Yeah, he was an excellent driver.
This is our podcast, folks. We do up-to-date impressions. We are right there in the zeitgeist. That movie came out in 1964, so we're 60 years in.
I
You know,
thought
it's crazy.
I thought it was 88.
It probably was, but how many years ago is that now? That's
Shut
what's
up!
scary. That's only 36 years ago, 1988. No big deal. Is that true?
Well, you're right. We're losing all the young people in their 20s are leaving.
I do
are
get.
leaving our Patreon.
I don't know if they actually listen at all, but on the cruise, I don't know if you promote the pod. You probably don't, but I promote the podcast, and I have a lot of 20 somethings always ask me, "Hey, what was the name of that podcast again?" And I go, 2 hours, one pod, and then they put it in their phone.
Right.
So I don't know if they actually listen to whatever, or they bail. Oh, they're listening. Maybe
I've seen an uptick in the downloads from.
I've seen an uptick in the downloads. Yeah, I saw a download in the up. I tried.
I've seen an
sucked.
uptick.
That sucked. I saw a tit up on the.
I saw it up. Crapulence.
The
that was a
download.
crapulence joke.
Crapulence. Yeah, that was the one. Paul or Simeon or somebody had. No, Paul had the same thing you wrote, basically.
Yeah,
so then I sat there.
Stole it from me, Paul. If you're listening, you stole that from me.
And I panicked, and I had a panic face. And Simeon goes, "What's the matter?" I go, "I have the same fucking joke." And he's like, "Oh!" And then he goes, "Hey, me." And then I went with, and this bombed big time. I said something about it. Anyone in the casino last night?
Wait a minute.
Hold
on. How did Ogata's joke do?
Crapulence? Not really very good.
So
any joke with the word crap, everyone knows where it's going.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
So I tried to go crap table in the casino.
Right.
And that bombed or even more.
So what I'm saying is I had 100% land on my jokes. 100%. Yeah. Give it to me. You give it to me.
Nobody was there.
Publicly. Give it to me. Give me 100%. I gave you 4 jokes and they all landed.
No, one of them.
No, you said.
No, one of them didn't. You batted 750. What do you want from me?
I want it all, baby.
God, you're a Hall of Famer.
All I want is the world and everything in it. I even went to 1983 on that one.
Jesus. Man. You've seen Citizen Kane, right?
Yes, a few times.
Love it, right?
Yeah.
Give me a little. Thank you. Your thoughts.
Rosebud.
My lovely girlfriend has never seen it and doesn't have any interest in seeing it, and I may have to move out because I'm like, what the fuck? This is
give her a gummy.
The greatest movie of all time, and she's like,
pull a
black and white.
Pull a Clockwork Orange, strap her into a chair, and have her eyelids, pushed open with the little wires, and make her watch it.
Oh, all right, she'd probably like that movie. I don't think she's seen that, but that one she'd like but she's also like that. It's like black and white. I'm like, yes.
Well, she's a racist. She's racist.
Well, Michigan, those Michigan people, you know how they are.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But and then we were at Cheesecake Factory yesterday, and so we're talking about it. And then she said to the bartender, and this is classic Gen X or whatever he is, millennial. I don't know. What's 25-year-old? Are they Z? I don't know.
Paulie, what generation is a 25-year-old? Is it Z? It's not Y.
They didn't have a Y chromosome.
She's looking it up on the computer. She's my producer.
All right. Well,
25-year-old is a millennial or Gen Y.
Millennial or Gen Y?
Why?
Gen Y or millennials were born between 81 and 1994 or 6.
81 between 1994 and 1996.
Oh. What about people born, like this kid was probably born in 2000. What's that?
He was born in 2000. So what is he going to be? Gen Y.
Gen Y.
Someone born in 2000? Hold on.
She's looking it up.
I had sex with her in high school. She was an Asian chick. Pretty hot, Gen Y.
Wow.
Nothing. Come on.
You know that.
Fuck.
You do know that a cruise director is going to be doing that joke.
How dare you stare me down?
What's that?
Drop one like that.
Someone born in in 2000 is considered a millennial.
A millennial in 2000.
Oh, all right. Thank you.
Gen X is 65 to 80.
Gen X.
Okay.
81 to 2000.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I've got to turn that one off. You know what it is? She's horny. She gets like this when she's horny. So I got to wrap it up.
Yeah, you better hurry up. Anyway, this kid is Gen X or millennial, probably millennial. He's like 25, right? So Kelly goes, we were talking about the Joker bombing, and he goes, yeah, I read that. He goes, and I'm really into movies. I'm disappointed. So then Kelly goes, oh, have you seen Citizen Kane? He goes, no.
Who?
He didn't even know what it was.
Yeah, of course he did.
I'm really into movies.
He goes, you need a cane? I can give you an umbrella. Citizen. What happened?
That's what I get from you when I drop these fucking gold nuggets everywhere. I get the stare down.
What happened?
No, I'm just saying. I did a joke earlier, and you did that. You just gave me that reaction, so I was giving it back to you.
Oh, okay. Payback is a bitch. Okay.
Little payback there, buddy.
Now, Payback. That was a good movie. That was a '90s movie. Mel Gibson.
I love that movie.
Yeah, I love the tone.
I love that movie. That opening credit sequence is my favorite. When he robs the wallet from the guy, then he buys the guns, then he pawns the guns, then he's got cash, and he goes to the steakhouse. And it's all during the credits.
Bernie, can we watch Payback tonight?
Sure, tell him I waited tables with Maria Bella.
Bernadette waited tables with Maria Bello, who stars in that movie Payback with Mel Gibson.
Wow. I never knew that.
They were buddies. They used to hang out and go drinking and whatnot.
Where is she now?
I think Maria Bello is into the scissors.
No, but I mean, I haven't seen her work, and she hasn't worked in 100 years.
She was on a detective show there for a while. They kept giving her vehicles, and they wouldn't really take off. I think she was on one of those SCI shows there for a few years.
Man, if you're an actor in Hollywood and you haven't been on a CSI or whatever, you don't bag it. I mean, those things are running for 40 years. There's a bunch of them. I mean,
Ted Danson did one.
Right.
Ted Danson has never been unemployed.
No.
Since before Cheers, he did The Onion Fields, the movies, and he went into Cheers. He has been gainfully employed. He's had multiple sitcoms. He had the Heaven one. What was it called?
I remember the one he was a doctor.
Yeah, it was Becker. He's just like not.
Never saw it.
Pretty funny. Had some funny moments. A little formulaic, but he was funny.
The Onion Field, that is an underrated movie.
Oh my God!
No, and that was fucking intense as hell. And
I cried the entire movie.
That movie was very disturbing.
The Onion Field.
I remember seeing that as a young guy.
How did you miss that joke?
What was the joke?
The Onion Field. I cried the entire movie. Onions make you cry when you cut them. Oh, you're staring at me again. Fuck me. Crapulence.
Yeah, Payback. God damn that! I got to see that. I'm gonna try to watch that tonight.
Oh, wait a minute! I'm gonna be at your dwelling November. You want to watch? Hold off. Watch it then.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
I'll be at your place on the 17th. Aren't you? Isn't Kelly picking us up at the airport?
Kelly? Oh yeah, I guess.
Come on, stay with me, man.
We're going to work that out. I don't know the deets yet. We're going to...
I think we're landing around... I don't mind hanging out at the airport and having a couple of cocktails, getting ready for you.
No, you're coming in. I thought you said around 1:30. And then I'm coming from Canaveral, driving a rental.
Oh,
so I can just time it. We'll just time it up.
Yeah, you're going to drive to Canaveral.
From Canaveral, yeah.
And I will be at Tampa. You're going to drop the rental car off at the airport anyways.
Mm-hmm. Right. So we'll time it. And then
Kelly comes to get us, or we take an Uber?
Kelly will come and get us.
With Teddy?
Well, if you want Teddy in the car with her, yeah.
I do.
All right.
I need my
That's
dog
how you want to meet Teddy. You want to meet Teddy that way? I don't know. It's up to you.
Pull over.
Yeah.
All right.
That's one way to meet Teddy.
Well, I mean, should I get it out of the way in the car so then when we go in the house, he's not like, how's your crotch? Is this your crotch? Can I smell your crotch?
He's going to be that way anyway. It doesn't matter how you meet him, when you meet him. It's probably going to be that way for 2-3 days. So he's a lot.
Why don't you give him a doggy gummy?
We have some relaxing treats.
Why don't you give me one? Relaxing treats.
You'll get him. Relaxing
You make me
treats.
an old fashioned and you give him a relaxing treat.
That's right. That's right. That's how we watch. I chill out at night. Good God, Magnum. Do you enjoy the gummies? Do you? Are you a gummy man?
I've never indulged in a gummy.
What?
I haven't smoked pot in years.
Me either.
I haven't done a line of cocaine in like 30 years.
That's sad.
Well,
coke now. I mean,
who knows what's in it?
fentanyl and I'd be
Oh my
scared
God.
shitless. Fuck
Yeah.
that. No way. They
I think
ruined a fun time.
I think I took a hit off a joint. I don't even remember pre-pandemic.
What if you were at a party and it's like 5 dudes are hanging out and everyone's got a little beer with them and a guy lights a joint and passes it around? Do you hit it? This is current day Ducharme, or do you go, hey, no, thanks, I'm good?
I would hit it to get high. My concern is COVID.
Oh, really?
Well, my neighbor just he's in isolation.
Died?
Oh,
Oh, shit, really?
yes. So
COVID?
he never got it. This is his first time.
Wow.
So he says, yeah, I'm just like,
Yeah.
he goes, it's up and down like a roller coaster. Whatever strain he has now. But I'm seeing it's coming, and their government is offering more free COVID tests. And,
I'm out.
I'm out too.
I'm out.
I'm done.
I'm out. I'll get a
I'm
call. I'm done. Doesn't matter. We're voting in 3 weeks for the president, of course, but also other items in Florida. We're voting for the
Locals?
legal marijuana, to legalize the whole thing. And because right now, you pay $100, $150, you get a card, you tell the doctor, you can't sleep. But this would be just legal. Anyone can go in with a driver's license and buy some gummies and weed.
Well, we're in California. That's
But
been years. There's like 4 different.
Don't you need a card though?
No,
You need
when it became legal, like
So you need a card in California.
Bernie, when did they legalize pot? 2019 here? 2018? Anyways, I went
don't
in.
know.
I just showed my driver's license.
Oh, because I was there in Napa with Consoli in 2020, and I couldn't go in the place in Napa.
Nope,
You need to have a card.
Non-issue. I remember I was doing voiceover at Margaritaville Recording Studios in Hollywood for F is for Family.
Name
And
drop.
it was like the first day. Well, it was a gig. I had a gig. What am I going to say? 2 hours, 1 pot is my biggest credit.
Yes, that would help us. It would be sad, but that would help us.
I was on Bill Burr's animated show
right.
on Netflix called F is for Family. Check it out. I do a bunch of voices. I know I do them on here. He gives me shit. Romas gives me shit.
I never. Hey, you see that sign on the table there? If I move the camera a little,
I see Al Company.
It's Al. There you go.
There it is. Al's Company.
There we go. Nice.
Yeah, I like it. So anyways, I went in when they made it legal. I said, I want to be able to go in without the paranoia about being caught. And I got in line.
Mm-hmm.
There was like 2 people in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked like you were ordering a coffee at Starbucks. It's like you pick what you want and you gave them your driver's license. Now they had this in Amsterdam forever. So I've actually gone into a bar, had a beer on tap, a Heineken, and then ordered a joint and smoked it right at the bar. And no paranoia, just high and a good time, and you're in public and everybody's doing the same thing. Fucking awesome.
Yeah, I don't really smoke the weed, but I like these. But again, I like the gummies, but I use them to sleep. I'm not walking around high where everyone's high now. I'm not really
using it as a sleeping aid. I get it.
That's it. And they work really, really well. So
for you.
For me, some people, I guess not. I don't know,
Yeah.
but but you don't have trouble sleeping, right? I don't think
I take
mentioned.
melatonin. I take 1.5 milligrams of melatonin every night, and I sleep solid for at least 5 hours. Now, and then I get up, urinate, and go back to sleep. If I hadn't had any red wine after 10 p.m.
What happens if you have red wine after 10 p.m.?
I'll wake up for 90 minutes before I go back to sleep.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've stayed away from the red wine a long. I mean, I drink the Riesling a little bit at home and
Mm-hmm.
old fashioned when I'm at a bar,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't miss it either. Even with dinner and stuff, I really don't.
With the
I'll
red
do it
sauce,
sometimes,
what
but
we were talking about, pasta, red sauce, and pizza, I love a
yeah,
nice glass of red wine.
that's pretty good.
But
That's pretty good.
we've been drinking, what did we have last night? Vermentino, Bernie?
Yes, Vermentino.
Vermentino.
What is that?
Nice Italian white.
White?
Yeah.
What do you
Not
mean?
too- Not sweet.
Shard? A
No,
Chardonnay?
no, we don't drink Chardonnay in this house. You're not allowed to walk in and give us a bottle of Chardonnay. It's happened before, and we just smash it.
Well, I don't know what this white Italian wine is.
What is it? What is it? Family? Is it? Is it Sauvignon?
He doesn't know either.
Is
Look
it
at him
a?
asking. He doesn't know.
What's the grape,
He
Bernie?
doesn't know. You want to come on camera for a sec, Kel?
Vermentino.
Come on.
Hold on. I
Kel,
can't
just
get
pop your
Romas
head
to
in.
shut up. What is
Pop your
it?
head in.
Vermentino grape.
It's a Vermentino grape. It's a
All right.
table wine, very basic but delish.
Okay.
Some of the best, or our favorite wines are in Italy. They're just like, all right, you want the
Table.
cheap stuff? Here you go. We're like, yes.
I agree. And good Italian restaurants, mom and pop types, even in the States, if you don't ask for a specific red and they bring it, a lot of that so-called table wine is it's very good.
Yep.
It's like the
with-
cigars in cigar places now. These hand rolls are
pretty
really
good.
good. They're very good quality, and $8. What you can't go wrong.
Yeah, and back to the wine. As long as I have food, if you're going to have a standalone glass of wine, for me, I get a little bit more picky because not all wine is the same,
Right. And red wine, especially, I've gotten to the point where a cheap glass of red, it's hard to fucking choke down.
Yeah.
It's like, nah. But a really good glass,
Yeah.
it just goes, you go, oh, this is.
This
So
is
when
the
people go,
difference.
I don't think you could tell the difference. Like,
I can tell the
No,
difference.
you can tell the difference. Yeah.
Yeah. If you've been drinking it, we're winos. So
Yeah. Yeah, we're old. We drank wine for 50 years.
Yeah, we have a palate now. But they say drink what you like. It doesn't have to be a $20 glass of wine.
No.
You can get an $8 glass of wine. I've had that so many times where I've had the $20 glass,
Mhm.
and then when I had the $8 glass at the same sitting,
Mhm.
I'm like, oh my God, I like the $8 one better.
Sure. Yeah. And nowadays, with the prices of everything, you're talking $25, $30 glass. It's ridiculous. And a bottle, like we talked about other times, that bottle of wine, it just changes everything on your bill. Yeah, it's a whole different thing. So between that and just not, putting on 100,000 calories, I'd rather just have an old fashioned or something. And
well, I have been cutting down on the booze altogether. Since when the pandemic, we were like, "Wah! End of the world." So we cut down on all that.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna go to Charlie's. It'll be the last time because they're gonna Charlie's of Tampa.
You're talking about when I come to Tampa to visit.
When you come to Tampa, it's a famous steakhouse in Tampa. Not almost as famous, but it's Burns, and then Charlie's is in there. They'll be moving in 2025, so this will be our swan song. So we'll have some steaks.
And what is the distance between where it is now and where it's going from where you're living? Same, equal?
Oh, it's going to be about a quarter of a mile from where it is now, a half mile.
So for you, from Clearwater,
nothing changes. Same
changes. Same distance.
Same distance. And then a quarter mile down the road from Corona. So steaks, old fashioned, and then a little stick action.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. We'll do it up.
And I'm hoping
that's going to be that's going to be a $400 night.
You don't have to pick up the bill. I'll split it with you.
I'm recording. Okay. I'm recording. I got this. I got that. I got him.
Wait, I think I did get it last time. Didn't I get the bill last time?
Move the SWAT team in.
Did I get the whole bill last time? I think I don't remember. I think it was $600.
I'll handle it. Your buddy.
I think it was 600.
Yeah.
Fusion.
Well, your niece, your girlfriend, and myself, and you make it sound like you dropped $600 on me. Your producer, your engineer, the guy that makes you significant or relevant.
Hold on.
Relevant, rather.
We got the peanut gallery again. What'd you say? Oh, yeah. I got a text last night. Kelly's laughing. I got a text last night that said, hey, one of those polls, who are you voting for? A, Donald Trump. B, Kamala Harris. C, other. D, anyone but above. And then I wrote E, Diddy. So I'm and they didn't write back. She thought that was funny. All right.
That's funny. D. I would have went D for Diddy, but that's just me.
Yeah, well, D was covered already with no one but the above.
Oh,
so
all right. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, that would have been better. But I'm going to go down to the beach today after I'm going to watch a little.
Check it out.
The ball game, and then I'm going to check it out.
Oh, it's operational. Did everything you said it might not be there?
They opened up the bridge, but that's we're going to go see what the hell's out there. My cigar bar down there, Fusion. I'm hoping they're open because I wanted you and I to do a pod from Fusion, and but I don't know. They're right across the street from the ocean, so they may be gone.
The surge,
and I don't even know if they survived Helene. I haven't seen. So, yeah.
All right. Well, give me a full report. Take some video, pictures, post it, and we'll.
I'll put it on the Patreon. Only for the Patreon eyes, you'll get to see my exclusive from Clearwater Beach.
Usually, when we start doing the salutes.
Until then,
arrivederci. Ringo Starr.
Oh, October 20th. That's the day. Don't send Ringo Starr any fan mail. It will be tossed. And I say that with peace and love. Peace and love. Put that clip right there.
This is a serious message to everybody watching my update right now. Peace and love. Peace and love. I want to tell you, please, after the 20th of October, do not send fan mail to any address that you have. Nothing will be signed after the 20th of October. If that has a date on the envelope, it's going to be tossed. I'm warning you with peace and love, but I have too much to do. So no more fan mail. Thank you, and no objects to be signed. Nothing. Anyway, peace and love, peace and love.
All right, Commander.
Enjoy some football.
Tell Teddy and Kelly.
I'm combining both of them, Teddy.
Tell Kelly and Teddy, I'm looking forward to
Teddy says
moving in on their turf, muscling in their turf.
Yeah, he's looking forward to that too, believe me.
Is he going to hump me? Because I hump right back.
He will. And
I hump right back.
He's hilarious. He humps these pillows, even though he's been fixed and shit. He humps these pillows.
The one that I'm going to be using?
Yes. Then he gets hard and he can't come. So he's frozen. And he can't move for like 10 minutes because he's got a big hard on.
Why are we talking about this?
And he just freezes because you're going to see this thing.
This is doggy porn.
It's pretty wild.
Save it for the pod!
I'm hard right now.
Ooh.
So long, man. Have a good trip. F*** you.
Iceberg, dead. Don't forget to review us and rate us. It really helps.
The Talking Dicks became friends at a very young age, and the rest is history.
I'm losing my mind.
Patreon.com/The2Dicks, which is named after our web series.
This is the Two Owls, One Pod podcast.
Thanks for tuning in.
What?
Done.
I didn't kill my wife. I don't care.
We'll fix it in post, you son of a bitch.
All right.
Okay, sure.
All right. Subscribe, Mary. This was a horrible mistake.
Go to patreon.com/forwardthe2dicks.
If you shoot me, you won't see a cent of that money. Why?
I think it ends on that. That's beautiful.